mean, the other side of it is we had 36 assists. I mean, I think we had 20 at halftime. So on a night where you have to generate offense and your defense isn't at the level that you wanted to across the meat of the game, you got to score. And we knocked down shots tonight for sure. And then when we needed to get stops, we did. And the other part was, 37 free throws. So, I mean, it was a physical game. They play aggressive in their coverages, and they go after the ball on the dribble and pass. And, they shot 39 as well. So it's just one of those games. We understand their athleticism, and when you're playing against a team with that many athletes, you got to knock down shots, because if you miss, they're going to be taken off in transition. And I thought, for the most part, it's hard to stop Carl, but I thought we made it tough on him all night. Even the shots he made in the paint and off, one leg, those are tough shots. And you're not going to stop an all-NBA guy. But I thought we did a decent job of just making it tough on him. And he got us in some foul trouble, but you're going to give up something like that when you're playing against a physical big who can put the ball down and get to the basket and shoot it from three.
Just the looks you did get from three, ball movements obviously got to be there, but did you feel like you guys got most of those open looks? Or?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we turned down a few. Cam turned down one and got a travel. Landry turned down a couple when we hit them in the corner, because, again, they're long and athletic. So when those guys are closing out, it seems like they can get to your shot. But I thought a lot of our threes were quality shots. I got to look at the numbers tomorrow to see what the shot quality looked like. But from the eye test, it looked like we got good shots.
How nice was it to see Landry in the game, specifically with the aggressive defensive line, where you need guys to just not hesitating to see him play like that?
I mean, it's just good to see guys who work like him. All of our guys work, but he's been, feeling it lately. And to see him shoot the ball with confidence and see his teammates push him to shoot the ball, that's pretty cool to watch. But he's a pro. I mean, he's in the gym, getting shots in the environments and spots where he's going to get them in the game. And so that guys like that, sooner or later, they're going to have impactful nights like he had tonight.
How much do those nights help you as a coach, where I know you always talk about this, you're just looking for those extra couple of minutes where you
Yeah, I mean, when you got 9 guys, it's going to be hard to cut down on the minutes, but Chris didn't get to 40 tonight, so I'm happy about that. But to be able to play Landry 20 is something that I think we can do on a regular basis. Once we, start to get guys back, and, we value what he does. It's not just his ability to shoot the ball, but he can also put the ball down and get to the paint, find guys. But his shooting was, as I said, impactful tonight.
Were you able to talk with Cam Johnson about what that was?
I think somebody just swiped his leg. It wasn't anything other than that. I could see him talking to the guys when the play was over with. I think somebody just kind of swiped his leg and he fell. And then I think Ish fell on top of him, which is like a car landing on top of somebody. But I think he's okay.
Was that not a here we go again, but just like, come on, please?
No, I mean, it's just part of the game. I mean, it's not much you can do about it. I hope he's okay, but I didn't see anything serious. It's a physical game. I mean, look at the foul shots. We had 37, they had 27. That tells you how physical the game was.
What kinds of things you mentioned the defense? Obviously, with a scoring game like this, you're probably going to have some things you want to take away. The
attention to guys who are hot shooters from three, I didn't think that was at a high level tonight. There were times where they just got off shots. We were 6-7 feet away and just didn't get a hand up or get the proper closeout. And then in transition, they were coming down and we would switch, but we didn't switch with a purpose to get up to the shooter. You know, those are things that we can correct.
You guys are now 30-0 and leading after 3 quarters. Is it just Chris's presence that makes you guys so good at closing, or is there other things that make this team so good at closing out games?
I mean, for sure, it's a lot of it is Chris. A lot of it is, you know, Book's ability to make plays. Cam and Mikal not being afraid to take and make shots. Our bigs put a lot of pressure on the rim, which generates a lot of shots. But overall, I mean, I think team execution has a lot to do with it. We walk through a lot of these situations in practice. But for sure, I mean, the guys, our backcourt has been in so many situations. But Chris has probably been in every situation possible that he understands. I mean, even the steal that he got at the end, you know, to understand if the guy was going to spin or put the ball down like that, he's made plays like that his whole life.
How important is having Chris when I had a triple double tonight, but having him in a game where it is not only physical, but you know, you got 2 competitive teams, so we got Chippy there here and there, and for him to be that stabilizer.
I mean, he knows when and when not to. At that point, he just, you know, he knows it's winning time. You just go to the line, and winning is the icing on the cake at that point. Like I said, he's been in every situation possible. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 he hadn't seen, but I doubt it. In those moments, that's how you lead, and he's a calming presence. He wants to be on the line in those moments, and I think there's a level of security there for all of our organization. When Chris has the ball down the stretch, or he's at the free throw line at the end.
Lately, the scoring's been a little unbalanced with Book and CP having to do so much scoring. Tonight, was it nice to see 7 guys? And
We hadn't seen that in a while, and that kind of balance. I mean, look at the assists. Usually when we have a number of guys in double figures, the assist numbers are higher. When Chris and Book are going off, can be because they're playing off the dribble and they have a matchup that they can attack. But this is the kind of efficiency and balance that we feel like can help us win big.
Over the fourth quarter, we saw Cam Johnson with just 5 points, but then the fourth quarter, he was just having a great fourth quarter. So just want to get your viewpoint on how it just lived up to the moment and just basically had a show at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, his ability to shoot the ball, shoot it quickly, but I think his size allows for him to get a lot of those shots off. When you're 6'9", it's hard to, you know, get to that shot when a guy's that big. But I think the thought of him putting the ball down and getting to the rack is also something you got to think about. But our guys were finding him tonight. They were putting a lot of pressure on our ball screens. And so when our bigs dove, it put a lot of pressure on the rim, and you got to help off of Cam or Landry on the backside. And he was able to take advantage of that tonight.
I know you don't talk about streaks much, but, you know, 9 straight, it's just fun as well. How more is it, especially going into a matchup with
It hadn't dawned on me other than I'm grateful for it, but I'm thinking about tomorrow's practice. And, you know, you want to have winning streaks for sure, but you also, for me, it's always been the next right thing. And I just can't go there. I'm grateful for it. I want the players to enjoy it. But right now, my mind's on tomorrow's meeting, getting ready for a practice tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. But it is fun for the fans. It's fun for the team. It's certainly fun for the organization. But for me, I'm already turning the page and getting ready for tomorrow's meeting.
It's kind of up and down game. You know what I mean? We get a lead and they fight back. But overall, you know, I think we executed. I think in that fourth quarter, I think it was the fourth quarter, that stretch where we just kept moving the ball. It felt like it found Cam Johnson, found found Sham one time, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody, just our ball movement is something that's contagious.
How do you walk away from stuff? Like at the end of the game, for example, somebody else might have turned around and be like, what's your deal? How do you walk away from seeing that?
Because I ain't tripping. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If everybody stop playing, then I'm gonna stop too. But he was guarding me, so. And I mean, he been in the league a while. I get it. You know what I mean? Don't nobody ever want to be embarrassed. So I wasn't trying to embarrass him. I'm trying to get by him. So it's all good. Ain't nothing.
You got the score within 6 there late in the first quarter. You got that steal on the breakaway. Taking the ball, I think it was 20 points that you had it or something.
Nah, it was Jay McDaniels. Yeah. Yeah, he was going. I think Book was guard, or Cam might have been guarding him, sort of cut him off a little bit with his right hand. So I always say you ain't got but 2 hands. So once he came to his left, I knew I could get it.
You had a few steals in close quarters, you know, at the end of games this year. That's just where you're. It's just winning time. It's time to just go down there and just take that ball away. You know, we'll do that a few times this year.
I think it's just awareness, you know, whatever's going on. You know, it don't matter if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. I'm always, you know, trying to be a step ahead, thinking if a guy going to try to cross over, if it's going to be a Euro step. And those plays like that sometimes save games for you. So just try to do whatever.
What were you thinking in that moment when I saw Cam got a rebound? He kind of called for the ball. He took it coast to coast, got the M1.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
Shut up. For me to shut up. Because I was trying to get it from Cam, and then Cam went and got the N1. So it work out like that sometimes, man. And so that's just our team, you know. We figure it out.
Chris, when you look at 23s and 28 free throws, which one do you like more out of those two?
Probably the threes, because Randy Ayers is always on my case telling me to shoot more threes. You know what I mean? So I actually tonight contributed to the 20. So
What do you think leads to the situations in games when you take like a couple more than you usually would?
I don't know. Tonight I actually got him in like rotations or whatnot. You know, got other guys penetrated and kicked it. I'm usually the one doing that. So yeah, it just work out like that sometimes.
Is that where you look at the book with 9 assists? People may look at assist totals this year, but so many hockey assists for him where you just benefits the offense so much.
Yeah, we do that all the time, especially when you get a team blitzing. You know, they was blitzing, so we talk about getting off the ball, advanced pass. And this is all stuff that we practice and go over all the time. So then when we get to the game, it's seamless.
This question, you guys are one away from securing the best records for coach to be the head coach in the All-Star.
For real?
Yeah, because you guys had 5 games left.
Are we joking?
We had no idea. So,
But no, what does that mean that it's one more away from securing that for him?
We just gonna keep hooping. I think that's what we've been doing. You know what I mean? Keep playing. Things like that, hopefully it'll take care of itself. But right now, I think we're in a good groove as a team. You know what I mean? We just want to stay that way.
Yeah, the same thing. What are you thinking about that, about being in that position right now?
yeah, I mean, you know, we kind of talked about, we had an appearance yesterday, like those are little things that we want to celebrate throughout the season, is getting things done like that. I mean, we know our main objective is to win a title and bring a championship here, but, you know, you can celebrate the little things going into it, and were the big things to me. And, you know, getting our whole coaching staff in there would be big time.
Speaking of celebrations, I remember after the game, that 7-second, Chris, you said, you know, when the streak ended, let's start another one. Now that you're on a 9-game streak, do you feel like, you know, this is something to celebrate, or you basically in tunnel vision stuff?
Tunnel vision. Don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Don't feel like we lost 9 games. I mean, won 9 games. You just sort of, and I still remember that Memphis game like yesterday. You know, and I think for us, we just got to keep building and having fun with it. I think that's the good thing about it. I think we had 9 guys again tonight. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? And all our guys is out was over there up the whole game. So it's nice to be on a team like that and to know that, you know, probably soon we'll be getting guys back.
Look, I saw you up and yelling at Landry after a couple of his nice plays. How nice was it to see him play like that tonight?
Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, he's been putting the work in, you know, to see it come through on the court and him making shots. You know, we need that from him. And, you know, he understands that. And, you know, you just see his approach every day in the practice facility. And for him to come out there and have a big one and making plays too, 5 assists. So he was doing it all the time.
Chris, can you speak to the professional mindset of a shooter like that, where everyone knows how great of a shooter Landry is, but the numbers haven't quite represented it this year, just the work that he puts in?
Yeah, we trust him, just like everybody else on our team. You've seen how crazy we went on Cam Johnson when he got to travel because he didn't shoot one. Same thing with Landry, but Sham not just a shooter, just like Cam Johnson. They both can make plays. I think that's when I got my threes off them, you know, making plays. So it's nice to have that we score mentality, and we all celebrate each other, and we know what each other are capable of.
Speaking of Cam Johnson, obviously he's been pretty good for a while, but he really seems like he's taken a step to be really, really good, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, why do you think he's kind of taken that step to be one of your better players in clutch time?
Sometimes probably because he's listening to us and just shooting the ball, you know what I mean, or being aggressive. You know, we say this all the time about Cam. Sometimes he doesn't realize how good he is. You know what I mean? So we're just happy he's on our team.
Yeah, we just wanted this, obviously, we had the all-star stuff with the field. And you look at the numbers, with third among players. You talked about how important that is to get the respect of the players in the league. So does that make it, how does that make you feel knowing that they see you at that level?
Yeah, I mean, we said that every year, you know, when it came to the player vote. And, you know, that's the biggest compliment to me. You know, the guys that lace them up every day and, you know, spend their summers working on their game to earn respects from, you know, your peers is always better than anybody else, in my opinion. So as simple as that, you know, the people that lace them up and go out there and we play against, you know, you earn that respect. That's big time.
Well, a couple years ago, I asked you about who your guy in Kentucky is, and you said Tyler Hero, but now Ty Washington being from Phoenix seems like the guy that's projected to be the top 10 pick. Have you met him and never met him?
I just reached out to him on Instagram probably like 2 weeks ago. And then the last game he tweaked his ankle. I reached out to him again to follow up on him. So I haven't been watching him a lot, but you know, I got wind of his game and I've caught a couple highlights. So I've been tuned in now. Very special talent. I'm looking forward to developing a relationship with him. And, you know, one of them things where if he reaches out and needs anything, you know, I'm here for him.
Is there a special amount of pride you take in like maintaining that family when you're in the league now and just looking out for the guys that are on the team right now?
Yeah, I mean, that helps. I mean, I'm not the closest with everybody that went to Kentucky, but, you know, it's definitely a brotherhood and, you know what those guys experienced. And, you know, the ones that are older than me were a lot of the reason that I went to the school. You know, so Big Blue Nation faithful, man. We've seen them in Indiana.
All right.
They travel well.
All right. That's enough. That's enough.
You know anybody from Wake?
We're gonna let y'all ride after that.
Yeah.
You got some from Wake?
You ever heard of a guy named Tim Duncan?
It's like a little bit of a UFC move. He swept my leg and I landed, and then Ish came over top of me. It's just a lot going on. And then CP had taken off, and I just kind of took a second to get up. All right, though. I promise I'm all right.
We just checking. But just tonight, the fourth quarter, it seemed like it just kaboom. You got it going. What do you feel like led to that?
I think earlier in the game they were not helping out of the corners, resulting in a lot of looks at the rim, or looks for the ball handler in the pick and roll. But later on, they started pulling in heavier, and you got guys that can really pass the ball. You benefit a lot from it.
And someone asked about the play where Chris was calling for the ball, but then he just took it all the way and scored. And Chris said, "What he thought of that?" And he was like, "To shut up, just let him go."
But it worked because one dude just completely ran towards him and left me.
Well, he was saying like he should shut up.
No, I'm saying his yelling caused a defender to run directly at him and take himself out of the play. So it all worked out. Nobody really picked up the ball, and when he did, saw a lane, and that was that.
What kind of stands out to you more than I like this, where you guys generate a lot of threes, but you also got to the line more? Is there anything specifically?
Understanding the way they want to defend us. And when you figure out how a team is playing defense, you can manipulate a lot easier. And that's what worked for us.
Cam, you guys are now 30-0 after leading after 3 quarters this year. Is it just Chris Paul being around, or what?
That's a big part of it. It's a big part of it. And then guys learning from him. Over the last year and a half, guys have really picked up on what it takes to win in these close games or end of game situations, and to capitalize, manage the clock. And he's kind of the mastermind of all that.
You mentioned earlier about the guys early in the game not helping in from the corners on the
Yeah.
roll. Has that lessened since DA's been out? Like, DA, did he take a lot more attention?
No, I think DA does take more attention, certainly. It's really team to team, though. Really team to team. But today they were pulling in the second half, and they weren't doing it as much in the first. As a matter of fact, there was one play where Book kind of got the kick ahead that resulted in a 3 in the corner early in the second half. Then he had a similar situation, and the guy kind of got stuck in between. He was able to take advantage and get a layup. And so really just game to game, possession to possession. But DA is definitely a force on the rim. And you look at the box scores, I mean, Biz has been playing very well himself, 14 and 12. It's very good.
Monty has shown a trust in you, and when you have it going in certain games, when you're coming up potential, he'll let you finish into stretches like this when Jay is out. Help you in those situations more to get more reps at the end of the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah. 37 minutes is above the average when we have a full roster. And just getting to play that many minutes is good experience. And I'm having fun. So it's just a good group of guys. Say it all the time. Good group of guys, fun group of guys to play with, talented guys. It's always fun to go out there and compete.
Big game on Sunday before you guys play. Ish is the Chiefs fan, you're the Bengals fan. How did you become a Bengals fan?
Okay. So I grew up in Pittsburgh, and I'd say probably till about the age of 5, I was a Steelers fan. Like, you just automatically a Steelers fan. And my mom was a Steelers fan, but my dad was not. And around the age of 6 or 7, they had Tommy Maddox come in as a quarterback. And he didn't really like Tommy Maddox, and he didn't like Bill Cowher. He grew up a Cowboys fan. So, during all those Super Bowl back and forths, he just did not like the Steelers. And then he would always say bad things about the Steelers. Oh, we don't like them. We don't like them. Me, I was 6, 7. I was like, yeah, we don't like them. And simultaneously, the Bengals had Chad Johnson. And they had just got new uniforms with the tiger stripes on the sleeves. They had the small stripe. They got the big stripe. Yep. And Chad Johnson had C. Johnson on the back of his jersey. And I had to get one of those. I was so excited. I remember Christmas, I got one year, probably like 2004. And I was just so excited. Huge Chad Johnson fan, which spiraled into just being a huge Bengals fan. And Coach the other day was saying, oh, you bandwagon. Like, I've been a diehard Bengals fan for 18 years. 18 years. And yeah, but it's all led up to this Sunday. This Sunday is their moment, and I am glad to be watching it. It's a little bit earlier in our game, so I'll be able to catch a little bit. But I wish them the best of luck. And my older brother, coincidentally, is a huge Chiefs fan. He became a Priest Holmes fan back in the early 2000s, so he's been through ups and downs himself. So in our household, it's friendly enough, but it's going to get serious.
It's interesting because we got you from Pittsburgh as the Bengals fan.
And then Campaign is and then Mikhail is from Philly, doesn't like the Eagles, likes the Rams. Campaign is from Memphis, likes the Steelers. A lot going on our team, but I've been riding with the Bengals for a long time now. Them guys, they Joe Burrow's for real. Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Pittsburgh kid, played against him in high school, went to Pitt with them. So it's just happy for them. Yeah, isn't that funny?
Chris Holmes was the man.
And you just stick with it through thick and thin. You don't got no other ties to the city, people there. It's crazy how that works. But I get more nervous watching Bengals games than playing in my own, certainly.
I mean, but
Good luck on Sunday.
was the
Hands gonna be
jersey,
sweating.
The C. Johnson, was that what clicked for you? Was it more of C. Johnson in the back or was it actually Chad Johnson?
It was the C. John. Well, Chad Johnson was funny. Like he's an electric personality. He still is. Hasn't played in 10 years. He's still an electric personality. And so I kind of just gravitated towards that, and having the jersey, you know, I felt like it was me out there. You know, if the NBA allowed first initials on the jersey, I would have C. Johnson. You know, in college, when I first got to Pitt, there was another Johnson, so I had C. Johnson. In high school, I put my older brother. I started with C. Johnson. And even after they allowed me to keep the C. on my jersey, after my teammate Duran left, and then when I got to Carolina, my first year, I didn't have the C on my jersey, and I got mad about it. They couldn't change it. So then my senior year, I got a C. on my jersey. There's no other Johnson on the team, but I like the C. for sure. So it's just some background for you. I wish I could have it now. I tried, but we don't do that here. I'm trying to adjust. We had Tyler Johnson. They just, my rookie year, they just don't put. I said, Jay, come on, Jay, just sneak it on.
So if the Bengals win, will you change your jersey number to 85 next season?
No, that's too big. You look like a big man, like a 5-man out there. You know, Jay, like that's his persona, 99, but them big numbers look like a football defensive end out there. I like 23. 23 got a lot of meaning for me, so. That was a good interview, guys. It's always fun coming to, you know, you guys keep it light. You always got some good questions. We always talking about everything random, huh? Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yep. Who they?